Hello, my name is Summer Smith and I am the Coalition Coordinator for Tangipahoa Parish SAD. SAD stands for Students Against Destructive Decisions. Today we will be discussing alcohol and how it can be damaging to you as an individual and to your brain development. I have a question. How old are you when your brain is fully developed? The correct answer is at least 25 years old. So what does that mean when it comes to alcohol? Well, alcohol is a chemical substance that can alter the way your mind and your body functions. So, is alcohol a drug? The correct answer is yes. Alcohol messes with the way you think, the way you act, the way you walk, the way you talk, and because of all of these things, it can be classified as a drug. Before we move any further, I need to remind all of you that the legal drinking age is 21. So if you are not at least 21 years or older, you should not be consuming alcohol. Next, I'd like to talk about the different types of alcohol. We have wine, beer, distilled spirits or liquor, and wine coolers. I want you to think to yourself, which one of these do you think contains the most alcohol? We're going to go through each of them to see which one has the most. First, let's do wine. In a standard serving size of wine, you should receive 5 ounces. In this 5 ounces, there is 12% alcohol content. So if you take your 5 ounces times 12%, you should get 0.6 ounces of absolute alcohol. Next, let's look at beer. In a standard serving size of beer, you should receive 12 ounces. In that 12 ounces, there is 5% alcohol. So if you take 12 ounces times 5%, you should get 0.6 ounces of absolute alcohol. Next, we have distilled spirits or liquor. In a standard serving size, that is 1 shot, and it could be an 80 proof. In that standard shot, that is 1.5 ounces, and that is 40% alcohol. So if you take 1.5 ounces times 40%, you get 0.6 ounces of absolute alcohol. And lastly, we have wine coolers. In a standard serving size of wine cooler, you should receive 12 ounces. In that 12 ounces, there should be 5% alcohol. So if you take your 12 ounces times 5%, you should get 0.6 ounces of absolute alcohol. So what does that mean? Well, if you look across the board, a drink equals a drink equals a drink equals a drink. All of them should come out to 0.6 ounces of absolute alcohol if you receive the correct standard serving size. Remember, if you go out and you receive a beverage somewhere, they may not always be measuring it correctly. And this is what causes confusion, and some people may think one contains more alcohol than the other. But if it is measured correctly and you receive the correct standard serving size for one of these beverages, you should get 0.6 ounces of alcohol. Remember earlier we discussed that alcohol is a drug. Drugs can be classified as stimulants or depressants. Alcohol is a depressant. Many people think that alcohol is a stimulant because of the way it makes them feel when they first consume it. But after alcohol gets into your system, or if you continue to drink more, you can really start to see the effects of a depressant. You may have lack of concentration, lack of judgment, your fine motor skills may be affected, and all of these signs are depressants. Now, the part that can get really scary is you could fall asleep and go into a coma, or even your life may be at risk. And these are the things that we want to avoid and make sure that you stay safe. You may think, well, I'll just sleep it off. That's not actually the case. When you wake up, you may no longer have alcohol in your system, but the side effects of alcohol can last for 72 hours. For 3 days, you will continue to feel the side effects of alcohol. You may have agitation or irritability. You may still have lack of concentration or the ability to focus. And all of these things are happening because you consumed alcohol. Remember, your brain is not fully developed until you are at least 25 years old. So not only will you feel the side effects for 72 hours after consuming alcohol, but you can also cause permanent damage to your developing brain. You have maybe 3 years left of school, if not more. We want to make sure you are able to succeed to the best of your ability, which means your brain needs to continue to grow and develop as it should. We hope you all have a wonderful and safe school year. Lion up!